So King comes down to take strike for the first time to Ray Bright. As Ian has been saying, Collis King has not looked all that confident against Bright in the past. Was that controversial first bull down in Melbourne in one of the night matches. And he's gone, caught and bowled. Collis King hitting the return catch to Ray Bright. And the West Indies now 5 for 67. King caught and bowled Bright, no score.
Once again, Collis King having trouble with Bright. That delivery again pushed into the pad, similar to the one that Greenwich lofted on the onside. This occasion, Collis King gets a very much a thick leading edge straight back to Ray Bright, and Bright has picked up Collis King's wicket again. A very valuable one because he's played a couple of more than useful knocks in the one-day games against the World 11.
And it's gone down to long on. That's a great hit by Greenwich for 6. The left foot down and swung it over long on, just clearing the boundary by a metre or so. 6 to Greenwich, the first 6 of the innings.
That really is a well-hit shot. Not a bad delivery from Walters. You see it just outside off stump, perhaps going away a little, and it's wound up at wide mid on. You don't expect that to happen too often.
And struggling all the way from the first ball of the second over of the innings. And there was Greenwich coming down, charging at Walters. Walters dropping it short. Greenwich did well to adjust his shot in the end.
He went down the wicket to Doug Walters in the last over, but managed to adjust his shot to and just take a single. But he's looking for the one over the top all the time.
It's in the air but safe. Hook's coming around, but 4 runs. Cleared, going around to mid-wicket. As Fred Truman pointed out, he's looking to hit down the ground. From the up, full toss, just clipped it away, and a well-made 50 for Gordon Greenwich. 88 for 5, and Greenwich, the mainstay, the only batsman really to get his head down and master this attack. Oops, trying to cut a ball that come back into him. Greenwich not happy there, not enough room for that shot.
Doug Walters just getting a little bit of movement. I don't think that ball was ever pitched in the position to play the cut shot. I think it was on the stumps all the way, and it just went on a little bit off the wicket.
Oh, he's out! Trying to hit Walters out the ground. Douglas Emu, no hesitation at all. Fired out Gordon Greenwich, LBW to Walters for 51. And that could be the wicket that wins this International Cup for Australia.
Well, didn't look in any doubt to me. But I reckon about the middle stump, it even hit the back leg. It didn't hit the front leg. Bang in front of middle, and Sanghu, the umpire, had no hesitation. That's out. And that's a pretty bad shot by Gordon Greenwich with the West Indies in this position. They're now 6 for 91. A good performance by Doug Walters, this. He's not got ruffled, he's just stuck to line and length and tried to make the batsman play.
It's an outside edge down to third man. It could be 4 runs. Beats Dennis Lilly. Thickish outside edge. Bernard Julian off the mark. Attempting to drive. There fires away down to the vacant. Fine third man position. Lilly coming around from the squarish position. Couldn't cut it off. Oh, that was a typical shot of the West Indian innings to date. Throwing the bat at that delivery. Seemed to cut back in, but it was head in the air job.
17 overs to go, and if they looked to play sensibly, they could pick up another 70 runs. They're just pushing the ball around. And and that's what they've got to do. And Lenny Pascoe now being encouraged by those first two deliveries, waxing this bouncer to Ray Julian, and it was a pretty good bouncer too. It was straight and going through at a fair rate of knots. Look at that ball go through there.
He likes to hook as a man placed 3/4 of the way to the fence on the onside for him. It's bowled in, beaten by pace off stump, pushback, and as Fred Truman pointed out, this man bowling very well. Sheer pace on that occasion, knocked back the off stump of Derek Murray, and the West Indians 7 for 102.
You can see Derek Murray start to move back here. There he goes back because he's looking for the bouncer, but what has happened is Len Pascoe, brilliant piece of bowling, pitched that ball up and knocked the off stump out and beat him by sheer pace. Really good piece of bowling that by Lenny Pascoe. You see, he's all at sea in wrong position, and the off stump's over, and that's another wicket. And then now the West Indies in terrible trouble at 7 for 102.
Pascoe to Roberts. And that was quick. That was really a quick delivery.
Yeah, Lenny Pascoe really got his tail up now, and that ball absolutely whistling through. He's generating a lot of pace now, is Lenny Pascoe. He knows that he's only got 3.5 overs left to bowl, and he's probably thinking himself, in fact, he's only got 3 overs and 1 ball left, so he probably thinks, I'm going to give it everything I've got and see if we can go in for the kill now.
Bowled in, off stump, sheer pace, a brilliant piece of bowling from Len Pascoe. Roberts, a good defensive player, not in position quick enough, and just the sheer pace of Len Pascoe, who, without doubt, yards faster than anybody else in the Australian side today. 5 overs, no maidens, 3 for 13, and Australia right on top in the final of the International Cup.
Just a forward defensive push by Roberts, but the off stump's over, and that's 2 wickets and 3 balls for Lenny Pascoe, generating a lot of pace. Easily the quickest bowler on the Australian side, but learnt as the series has gone on to pitch that ball up when you've got a chance of hitting the sticks, and that's exactly what he's doing. Beautiful piece of bowling from this man.
Eight for 102. The International Cup final, played at the Sydney Showgrounds in front of a large crowd, finds the Australians putting it all together today. Fine bowling from Gilmore, Walters and Pascoe. There's a big hit, gets away with it, going out to deep mid-wicket. Robert Langer, the fieldsman. 2 runs. The way they're going, they could be bowled out with less than 30 overs on the board. It's unbelievable on this good batting pitch here at the Sydney Showgrounds. There he goes, high and hard. It could be 6. Yes, well, Bernard Julian's going to hit out against the spin of Ray Bright. It's well struck down to long on the up. Westy tried to hit it straight, connect centre of the bat and 4 rows back. Umpire Enright showing 6 runs to the West Indians. Julian trying to swing it away, was going down leg side. That shot was on, but over the top of the board, kept low. Marsh taking it. Clive Lloyd 22 and Greenwich 51, the only real scorers for the West Indians. And that's square. Look, that's a good shot. That could be 4 runs. Beautifully timed by Bernard Julian. Well-timed square with a little drive. The pace of Pascoe speeding that ball off the bat. He's hooked that. That could be 6. That's a magnificent hook shot. bounces inside the ropes, but Pascoe's pace, he really put that away forward of the square leg umpire. That's a fine shot from Bernard Julian. Man of Pascoe's pace, he's in there quickly. Look at that position. Hit it away, high over forward square leg. Bounces and into the crowd, 4 more. Oh, there were 3 for 1. The big man slow. Oh, that was close. Well fielded by Robert Langer. Joel Garner taking his time, fired it to the bowler's end.
Yeah, Joel Garner definitely strolled the single. Thought it was easy, but Rob Langer.
Well, that is an interesting picture there. The bails are well off, and we'll leave that to the viewers at home to decide for themselves.
And after Ray Bright had finished those wickets, it looked as though Tornado had gone through them. They were all over the place. He knocked 2 sticks out.
With a risky run. This time, this could be out. This time, a very foolish run. Fine basic cricket by Rod Marsh, but why would you want to take a short signal to give Joel Garner the strike with so many overs remaining? It will remain a mystery, but Marsh throwing the stumps down, getting the glove off quickly, picking the ball up, a run that was never on, not needed at this stage. The ball just going away to Rod Marsh there, and Julian yards out of his ground. The West Indians committing cricket suicide here in this 40-over game. I'm delighted to see the Australians back in their true form, playing very well. Team selection's been good. The fielding's good, been backed up by some excellent bowling, and full credit to Greg Chaffel. His captaincy and bowling changes have been superb.
The Australians are going to win this match, and they can now. It will be sweet revenge for the World Cup final at Lord's in 1975 when they lost narrowly.
Deflection, Dennis Lewis misfields. Wayne Daniels sorry for the first and not going for the second. Dennis Lewis throwing well wide of the stumps. Not having the best time in the field the last 2 days, Dennis. He needs work. He's just back after an injury, and this great fast bowler wants a lot more cricket. He's the only Australian bowler today not to take a wicket. Garner's hit that hard straight. Down, could be out. Well caught by Doug Walters, well bowled by Ray Bright, and Joel Garner hitting as he's done on many occasions straight down the ground, and Walters taking a very well judged catch. And the enthusiasm of the young people coming onto the ground as Australia with a real chance of winning this cup final and $10,000 have bowled the top West Indian side out for 124 runs on a good batting wicket. The replay well struck, but straight to Walters, caught it waist high, and the West Indians all out for 124. An unbelievable performance by the Australians. The batsmen only have to get their heads down now, and a very sweet victory for them because they have played very well.
And they just noticed their waist high build up ball would have gone to 6. He was really struck with great power, but what a magnificent catch. The West Indies there. Fredericks, Court Marsh, Beau Gilmore 1. Greenidge, Elbidou Walters 53. Richards, Beau Gilmore 7. Jim Allen, brilliant catch by Greg Chappell, bowled Pascoe 0. C. Lloyd, bowled Walters 22. Collis King, bowled Bright 0. Court bowled Bright 0. D. Murray, bowled Pascoe 8. Bernard Julian very sadly run out for 28. Andy Roberts bowled Pascoe sheer pace for 0. Joel Garner caught Walters, bowled Bright for 3. A brilliant catch there by Doug Walters. The ball going for 6. Wayne Daniel not out 1 in the 27th over. Extras 3. Total all out for 124. This brilliant batting side, absolutely unbelievable.
Real danger one feels between the Australians winning this International Cup and the prize of $10,000. This man has ripped the heart out of the world in Australian batting so often this summer that while he's got the ball, there's always a chance that he can pick up 2 or 3 quick wickets. A real challenge for him, bowling to the left-handed Rodney Marsh. terrific run. Misfield by Fredericks, and Marsh off the mark. He's won extras of 4. No wicket for 5. Oh, and a beautiful delivery from Andy Roberts. Pace and lift. Davis always getting onto the back foot. There he is going across, playing, and fortunately not getting an outside edge. It's in the air, there's a chance. Andy Roberts under it. He's caught him. Davis hooking straight down the throat of Andy Roberts, a deep fine leg. And Andy Roberts, you can't keep this cricketer out of the game. A fine all-round cricketer, took a well-judged catch under pressure. The West Indians coming alive in this crowd. A very pro-Australian crowd at the Sydney Showground saw Wayne Daniel pitch short.
Not a very good shot by Ian Davis. Should have kept it down, but nicely judged by Andy Roberts. Got a good sight of that white ball coming at him from the far side of the ground. That's the side-on shot. Davis just helping it on. Really took it down at all, made no effort to do so. Roberts judged it nicely, had to make a few paces backwards. And as Davis goes off, so does the Australian captain come on, deputising for brother Ian. And although the Australians need only 125, this is not over yet. Batsman cross, so it's Marsh. Great shot. Great reply to Wayne Daniel, having taken a wicket from the previous ball. I think we may see on replay that it wasn't the least risky of strokes.
Very short ball from Wayne Daniel, but Rodney Marsh was in so quickly, very short. He had all the time in the world to hook that forward a square leg for 6. Immediately places that between the two deep men. This could be 4 runs. Kicked back by Daniel, but restricts the shot to 3. And a fine throw from Joel Garner backing up. Good cricket all round. Good running between the wickets. And this big crowd really rising to the occasion. Australia needing only 108 runs to win. 38 overs to be bowled.
Single. A shout to umpire Sang Hu, but a negative from him.
That was very close. Ball appearing to just nip in. And I tell you what, that must have missed leg stump by a coat of varnish. It's hit hard, square to Joel Garner. He's out! Piece of field placing by Clive Lloyd and well caught by Joel Garner. Marsh hooking that short ball, and Joel Garner positioned 10 metres inside the rope, took a well-judged catch.
Just a little bit up in the air, didn't roll the wrists on it, and that's a good catch by Garner. Oh, he's got a safe pair of hands. Brilliant throwing arm, and Daniel has 2 wickets now, and the Australians are in trouble. Panics will always set in this limited over cricket if you lose a couple of quick wickets.
It's Ross Edwards. You see another field facing a short leg. Clive Lloyd going all out for victory, trying to bowl them out. Many in catching positions, giving his bowlers a chance of any edge going to hand. Ooh, and Wayne Daniel not at express speed, but dug that in.
It's a bit too short, a little bit too wide, that one. If it had been pitched outside off stump, it would have been cramping Edwards for room.
Wayne Daniel with 2 men out off bounces. Well caught by fellow fast bowlers in Roberts and Garner. Oh, and that's what they're playing for. Ross Edwards pushing across there.
That's exactly the way he was out bowled behind his legs in Perth. that bottom hand coming off the bat.
It's an inside edge, thickish one. That Keane is two chasing it. They're happy with one, and a magnificent throw from Andy Roberts. We use the word magnificent often with this man, and it's well earned. Beautiful outfielder. Looking for one. Misfield by Wayne Daniel. The chance was there if he'd picked that up. The end of the over from Wayne. The wicket of Rodney Marsh. He has 2 for 11, and it's 2 for 23. Square the wicket, at least one. Woods coming back to the
Trouble
second.
here, but a bad throw in the end by the man running behind square, Collis King. He was off balance, can't really blame him for that. But it was a very risky second run. He's like a cat. Collis King had to throw off balance and couldn't get it back over the stumps. Had he done so, then Edwards must have been very, very close to being out.
Right.
And it's been high excitement here at the Showground all day. A good batting track, plenty of bounce in it and pace. There's King again. Oh, and he must be in trouble here. He's gone. That was a pointless run. An absolutely pointless second run to one of the best fieldsmen in the world. And Collis King, despite that despairing dive from Ross Edwards, has taken the third wicket.
Oh, pressure one day. Cricket showing the pace of Roberts, the $10,000 first prize, but Ross Edwards been warned once in this over. No chance. The throw was quick, wasn't the best throw in the world, and he's out by 6 inches. Attempts to hook it away, and he does that. He just gets it forward to square leg. Got enough bat onto that to throw it away. That was a fine throw, but hooks under pressure. He'll probably test him with the bounce and then push that one across towards the slips, hoping for the edge. Short delivery. It's an air chance, could be 6 or out at 6. He's hit it well over the head of the man at deep backward square leg. That was the ploy from Clive Lloyd. The hooks inside quickly. The crowd loving every minute of this contest. Took the chance, David Hooks.
What a fantastic shot. I say my heart was in my mouth as he went for that hook shot. He got it right off the middle of the bat. Not perfectly balanced. Back live now.
6 again. He's hit that one. That's a better shot. That was a glorious shot, that one. That was hooked forward of the square gun by the ball before he was caught out of position, but that one was a great shot from a young man making a comeback. Look at that crowd. They're loving it. 15 runs off the over from Andy Roberts. 2 magnificent hits from this young man.
I must say, I've seen most of it in my time on cricket fields all over the world, but those 2 shots were 2 of the most exciting moments I've ever seen. A young lad cleaned up by Andy Roberts just a couple of months ago, coming out again and wearing a safety helmet and picking him up for 2 glorious sixes. The first one perhaps a little bit out of position and off balance, but the second one of the great shots you would ever see.
Wayne Daniel, Big Chapel driving straight. There's runs there for him. A roar from the crowd. They're alive now as Julian gives chase. Could be 4. It's rolling. 4 runs. Wonderfully timed off drive. This big crowd enjoying the challenge thrown down by Hooks and now Greg Chappell.
press box in the Coronation Stand. Tony Cozier on the right at the back of the picture, in the red shirt with a dark coloured shirt. Alongside him, the cricket correspondent of the London Times, John Woodcock. Fine shot. Word that outfield's fast today. The crowd not supposed to be in over that red honour fence. It'd be nice to stay behind that. Good shot, 4. That was a beautiful stroke from Greg Chappell. It was shortish without being too short, and he was across in textbook fashion.
That's the danger that Clive Lloyd took. That pace gave Chappell plenty of time to get quickly into position and place it, more importantly, between those three men patrolling the offside. Beautiful shot.
Good shot again. Fast outfield. This is Jim Allen after it. Will cut it off. It's 3 to Greg Chappell.
Greg Chappell showing the grace and class of a class batsman there. Looking at the full face of the bat, hitting it straight. Squeezes that with runs. Good before. They're speeding away there. Roberts coming around. Cuts it off. 2 more to Hook, starting to regain that magic touch. A fine throw from Andy Roberts. Coming around some 25 metres from the fine third man position to the squarish position. It's on 23. Flicks that one away square. Julian coming around from deep fine leg to field. Fine throw for 2 more runs to David Hooks. The outfield throwing this match has been excellent, but the form now of Hooks starting to push Australia towards victory. 71 for 3. It's a nice shot. Richards across quickly. Chance for a run at the keeper's end. Time and Derek Murray there. Richards annoyed with himself, missed the stumps. Derek Murray couldn't make his ground, and Hooks scrambled back.
What a fantastic fieldsman Vivian Richards is. That ball was all but out of his reach, and yet he still gathered it in and got it back almost in the same yard of movement. Certainly Hooks would have been out had the ball hit the stumps.
Struck misfielded by Joel Garner, a beautiful time. It's going away like a bullet down towards the long-on boundary, and 4 more to David Hooks. Crowd loving this performance by this young player.
In the air, he's out, caught. Bad shot by David Hooks, turning it straight into the lap of Vivian Richards at mid-wicket. 50 partnership ended, 4 for 76. Hooks caught Richards, Bull Julian 29.
He failed to keep this delivery down. He was just punching it away in the mid-wicket area, but he picked the wrong man when he chose Viv Richards, because he doesn't make many mistakes. And this really becomes a more than interesting game now. Another wicket now. This will be a very interesting match. But the Australians in a great position, 76 for 4.
Glorious 60s, 2 magnificent shots by Hooks. And he's out given. Greg Chappell out leg before. That's the wicket the West Indies wanted. Well, Joel Garner putting in a great effort, and the West Indies elated. What a cricket match. What a match.
Joel Garner striking a great blow for the West Indies, and oh, it was a beautiful delivery. It swung in a little bit, pitching somewhere around about middle, then held its own off the seam, I would imagine somewhere around about off top. And look at the elation of those West Indian supporters. That's a touch of the Caribbean for certain, because when they get wickets or runs out, that's how they go. Dougie Walters coming to the wicket, and the Australian score now is 5 for 76.
And there is the field placement and a fly slip. As you see, Bernard Julian there, not third man, about three-quarter way to the boundary in what is called a fly slip position. Walters gets off the mark. Not altogether convincing that shot, but nevertheless it gets him one run. And Australia now 5 for 77.
And there it is. 5 for 77. Rob Langer to receive his first ball. And oh, it's through him as well. Oh, dear, dear, dear. The tension on these players must be terrific now. Oh, look at that. It's through Rob Langer. Dear, dear, dear. And the West Indies in a great fight back now, as the Australians have slumped to 5 for 77. And this huge crowd enjoying every moment of this match.
Fine shot by Walters, brings the crowd to its feet, short outside the off stump, and that's the vintage Walters, up on his toes and cutting away, 4 runs. It'll do his confidence a great deal of good. Well, inspired by his home crowd, Doug Walters there, showing flashes of the old brilliance. And he'll come for the second. The return is on the way. He'll have to hurry. There's an appeal for run out, but Walters just makes it. Rocket of a return from Roberts. Here it is.
Just watch this return. Absolutely magnificent. Look at it go. And if it had been a foot near the stumps, Dougie Walters would have been gone.
And he's gone, he's out, he doesn't handle it with calm this time. Walters caught short in by Jim Allen at short leg. The 6th Australian wicket gone for 87, the devil's number for Australia. Walters caught Allen in this manner.
He didn't handle this bounce at all very well. Joel Garner dug that one in and on the leg stump and round his ribs. And there, Collis King accepting the catch. Correction, it was Jim Allen taking the catch. And Australia now are 86 for 6.
Yorker again, and that's the 7th wicket gone for 92. What a cricket match this is. And there are the West Indians hailing their champion. Daniel has really bowled extremely well, and Gilmore back, bowled by Daniel for 1, and here it is again.
Wonderful piece of intelligent bowling that by Wayne Daniel. He tried the Yorker before, nearly got through. The next one was a full toss, and then he got that one through. An inside edge under the wicket, and Australia in a terrible position now. 7 for 92 with 3 wickets left. Evenly balanced. I wouldn't like to say or predict who was going to win this match. People are sitting on the edge of the seats, just like we are in the commentary box. It really is a gripping final.
And he's gone, he's out. 8 for 92, a hook shot taking the edge, bad shot from Langer, and the West Indians just cannot believe it. They're overjoyed, and there is one of the supporters and some others there, the bongo drums going. 8 for 92, Langer caught Murray, bowled Garner.
Somewhere near the club, didn't it? Really. Rob Langer, very sporting there, didn't even wait for the umpire's decision. Never looked at him and walked away full of disappointment. Look at Joel Garner there. And Australians really in trouble now at 8 for 92.
And here is the new batsman, the number 10, Dennis Lilly. Garner, with 3 wickets under his belt now, comes in with a score at 8 for 92. And not the most friendly of deliveries to greet the new batsman. But it's possibly the last time Joel Garner will play against Dennis Lilly this year. So perhaps he can do it now. And I wonder if he'll keep that in mind for a year. There's an appeal for a caught at the wicket. Not out, says the umpire. Lilly flashing at it outside the off stump. The West Indies disgusted, but the umpire is the one up there who makes the decisions. Not out, said umpire Gary Duperousel, and it's no use getting upset.
No use getting upset at all, except the umpire's decision, and that's it. The umpire didn't think it was out, and so that's it. And it will be very difficult to tell on the replay whether he hit it or not. It looked to me, to be fair to our umpire Gary Duperousel, that Dennis Lilly did not hit that ball.
They're taking a wild swing at the ball, a bit of aggro going on out there to add to all the tension which we have with the match in this situation. Lloyd sending back his fielders at mid-off and mid-on. 8 for 92, they require 125.
Fancy only 124 runs to play with, and here's Clive Lloyd saying, go back, give Dennis Lilly the single if you can. I possibly want Wayne Daniel or Andy Roberts to bowl at him. Been able to give a single away. This is how powerful this side is.
And it's hit down over mid-wicket. It's going to go down towards the boundary and will be 4 runs. And listen to the chair. Well, Dennis Lilly certainly got some consolation for that blow.
It was a good blow. He really middled this. Good shot. Picks up another 4 very valuable runs, and all it has done is increase the tension. The crowd in raptures.
And he gets another single here. I don't think that Clive Lloyd will be all that worried about that, because it takes him up that end. He's got 5 on the board. And he, Bright and Pascoe stand between the West Indies and the victory.
$10,000 at stake. Low score by the West Indies. It's a case of no prisoners taken here today.
It's in the air, just over the head of cover. They've got 1, and that's all they'll get. Could that be the little bit of luck which Australia needs to tilt the balance back their way? And it's in the air, and Julian just can't get there. Diving forward and just couldn't get there. And he seems to have hurt himself. He dived forward from backward square leg, not quite being able to make the chance. Could this be the turn of the luck for Australia? Twice in this over we've seen the luck on their side, as it was then. Just not being able to make it. Desperate attempt. Bowled in, full toss, hit the leg stump. Wayne Daniel with his 4th wicket. Superb performance by this young West Indian. 9 for 99, 26 needed, and the last man, Len Pascoe, to come in, and not only the West Indians in the field are jubilant.
Trying to bowl the Yorker again, but beating Dennis Lilly on the full toss, and now out goes the leg stump. Really good piece of bowling by Wayne Daniel. He does try to bowl the Yorker quite often, but that one was a full toss, but quick enough to beat Dennis Lilly and remove the leg stump. And Australia really in dire straits now. 9 wickets down for 99. They still need 26 to win.
Len Pascoe, the batsman, last man in, 9 for 99. in the air, out. It's all over. The West Indies have won. The West Indies have won an amazing cricket match by 25 runs. West Indies are 124. Australia all out for 99. And the West Indies have won this international cup and $10,000. Quite remarkable cricket match we've seen here. Tension all the way through. The bowlers have dominated, and Wayne Daniel finishes with 5 wickets for the West Indies. The West Indian hero when he hit a 6 off the last but one ball of the match in Melbourne in a night game, and now the West Indies hero again with 5 wickets.
A World Series Cup match from way back in 1978 there, Australia against the West Indies in the International Cup, and that was on at the Sydney Showground, and a few old faces there and some well-remembered ones as well. Well, here at the Sydney Cricket Ground in this bicentenary match, that is the sad picture. Play was called off at 5:36 this afternoon, and the rain is coming down gently at the moment. That is a sad sight. The umpires went off when when our light meter was reading 35, and when play was called off, it was down to 31. They did promise showers for later in the day, and that's exactly what has been produced here. The light meter is something the umpires use for a guide these days. That's the way it was when play was called off. Normally, they'll go off the field at around about 35 or 34, which was what happened today. The covers have gone on, so the pitch square will be protected. The scorecard for the Australians in their second innings are bowled out for 214 in the first, made to follow on, and a great effort from Jeff Marsh and David Boone against the same bowlers who humbled the side in the first innings, made them follow on their 101 without loss from 43.3 overs. The bowling figures for England: no success at all. Foster none for 14, Capel none for 11, Dilley none for 23 from 5.3, and Hemmings none for 29, with Embury wicketless, none for 20 from 11 overs and 2 maidens. So that standby program we showed you there, the match between the West Indies and the Australians, is part of the story told in this book, 10 Turbulent Years, which is the story of cricket in Australia from 1977, the centenary match in Melbourne, that marvellous game, to 1987, where this bicentenary test match is being played. An excellent book, and that's on sale right round Australia at the moment, but not many copies left apparently. It's gone very well since going on sale. That's the next test match coming up in Australia, Australia against Sri Lanka, 12 to 16 of Feb, and play begins in Perth on the 12th, 11 a.m. Western Standard Time. So the situation here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, with 1 day still to play, is that England made Australia follow on, and Australia now need 110 more runs to make England bat again. For the moment, from the SCG, it's good evening.
This has been another presentation of Nine's Wide World of Sports, your Winter Olympics Network.